Disney's Riviera Resort. If you're just joining us, we are on our way to Epcot.
Alright guys, we are on the Skyliner. We got in a wrapped one though. So I will try my best moving forward to get an unwrapped one. I don't even know. Oh my gosh, actually, I will say we did get in with the green guys. Ooh. Walking in the park, and there was Mickey.
Yeah. And Minnie. Don't forget about Minnie.
And Pluto and Goofy.
This is a roulette de salmon, and this is a turkey something or another.
Looks good. We're eating this at 10:15. So what we get?
This is a ham sandwich. This is a quiche Lorraine, and that's a little macaron for Pauline. So we didn't want to do our review at the France tables because there was a huge line and they're so competitive for seating space in there. We thought it would be more appropriate to just get out of there and let another family have the table and sit down and eat. So we're over here. If you're looking at the front of the Yorkshire County Fish Shop, we're off to the right in that little seating pavilion up the concrete path. We just had some fish and chips, which was delicious. But the stuff from France, we got the ham sandwich. We got the quiche Lorraine, and Pauline got a lemon and raspberry macaron. I had a little bit of everything, and so did she, and it was all honestly delicious. I mean, it's tough to screw up that kind of old school like comfort food. They just do a really good job with it. The breads were toasted perfectly. The crust on the quiche Lorraine was buttery and amazing. I'm not even into the macarons, and I had it, and it was just like the cookies were baked perfectly. They were the perfect consistency for a macaron. The filling was delicious. The lemon cream or whatever was in there was not overpowering. Just had a nice tart sweetness to it. I really enjoyed everything. They do a really good job at that pavilion, and the cast members there are consistently friendly people. And it looks like they put a lot of passion into what they're doing, so I always enjoy it in there.
And then I have to agree with everything Phil said. I just want to mention the macaron was delicious. The lemon curd filling, whatever it was, so like a nice burst of lemon flavor, but not too overpowering. I really enjoyed it, and I don't remember it being so delicious the last time I got it, but like Phil said, the cookies were cooked perfectly. It was the, you know, textbook macaron. So delicious. All right, this is the kind of piece that Phil wants to see.
Except there's only one now. There used to be 2 fillets, now there's only one.
Well, I'd rather one big one, I guess. Looks delish. This is from Yorkshire County Fish Shop. Good, how are you?
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Going into Twinings and the gift shops. So I'm kind of excited because Phil and I have never been in the show place before. Also, like, it's really hard for us to film together because Phil's 6'9" and I'm 5'9". I'm pretty tall.
She's short.
But in relation to Phil, I'm pretty short. Oh yeah.
I want to check out this merch shop before.
So it's really massive. Check it out. Guys, and if you go all the way, like all the way to the end, there are actual seats, which we like to sit as much as we can because there's a lot of walking at Disney. That's for you. It's kind of like a Creole. Ooh, it's a little spicy. It's good though. So next up is Holiday Hearth.
Hi.
Still got the gingerbread milkshake.
It's good. It's very good.
It tastes gingerbready?
Tastes weird through the paper straw though.
Oh, I have regular straws.
It tastes even better with no cardboard aftertaste.
You don't even like gingerbread though. We also got the bun cake and the Spaceship Earth cookie. It's got caramel inside. The bundt is red velvet.
We're in the World Show Place and there's several food booths in here. There's Festival Favorites, there's Prost, there's Holiday Hearth, and then there's like some gingerbread display over there. We started at Festival Favorites. Pauline got the blackened bass and a gingerbread cookie, and I wasn't a fan of the blackened bass. It was well spiced. It's just a little dry for my taste. It was kind of a thin cutlet of fish, and with bass, I feel like I would prefer a smaller, like thicker slice, just so the flavor.
But it's striped bass, not Chilean sea bass.
Gotcha. Well, then it is what it is. It wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it. Pauline liked it a lot. She'll tell you about it. Next, we skipped Prost because we saw on some other YouTube reviewers that the charcuterie board they had available wasn't very good. I did want to try that peppercorn and blueberry beer, or hard cider, but because we didn't get any food there, I wasn't going to ask Pauline. Pauline was nice to go up and get all the food for us. I didn't want to ask her to wait in line for a beer for me. And then at Holiday Hearth, we got the red velvet mini bun cake with cream cheese frosting, which was gross. And we got the gingerbread shake with no alcohol in it, which was delicious. And Pauline got the sugar-covered like Epcot cookie with the caramel in between, which was good. The only way it could have been better is if it didn't have all like the sugar crystals all over it, which is kind of counterintuitive for a cookie. But I don't enjoy the contrast in textures between having a soft cookie with soft filling and then trying to eat that and then crunching through like rocks. It feels like I'm eating and also have gravel in my mouth, and I don't like it. I hate it, and that's why I don't put sprinkles on ice cream. I know it's stupid. I'm not much of a sweets guy. I know you look at me and probably assume that I just eat chocolate all the time, but the reality is I'm more of a savory than a sweet guy, so that's my thoughts.
Sorry, I was laughing because he was talking about eating rocks. This is what I deal with every day, people. Anyways, let me just tell you, I do not mind going up to the booths for Phil because it is literally empty in here, guys. There are no lines. are there even people in Epcot today? Like, really, I think we lucked out with picking this as our park. Now, granted, it is early. There's still plenty of time for people to come in. We came in from the gateway, not the front entrance, so it could be totally packed in Future World. I really don't know. But this has been a very quiet start to a Christmas day. On to the food, the striped bass. I really enjoyed it. It's a striped bass, not a sea bass, so not that amazing sea bass that I love, but they did flavor it very nice. It kind of had like a Cajun feel to it. There was fried okra. The grits were really great. I did not find the bass dry for a striped bass. I thought it was prepared perfectly. So if you like kind of that southern Cajun cooking, you enjoy seafood, I would highly recommend the sea bass. I would highly recommend the striped bass. Striped and sea, we're getting them confused here. Then the gingerbread cookie, very delicious. I totally made the mistake, and I should have done this, brought a Ziploc bag with us, because I'm trying to like pack some of these cookies up because we had a couple bites, and then I'm gonna bring them back to the room. They're a nice little snack to have in the room, you know? So gingerbread cookie was good. I enjoyed the gingerbread cookie was different than the gingerbread cookie in the milkshake. I enjoyed the actual cookie more, had a little more spice flavor to it, very soft. The only thing I would say is the frosting's a little hard, but that's just because they're mass producing them, if they need to stack them, things like that. Sorry, lighting's not great in here. Then we went to Holiday Hearth. Yes, totally agree with Phil, that red velvet bun, not great. Red velvet's hit or miss for me, but the frosting was more like a traditional icing. I don't even know how to describe it. Very sugary icing, did not taste cream cheesy in any way. I like a nice like fluffy cream cheese frosting, and that was not what we saw here. There is also a lot of like sprinkles and like other doodads on this thing. I don't know, just if it's good, let it be. Like, I know that they're really getting into the Instagrammable stuff. I'm totally down with that, but it has to all taste good. It can't just be about the look. The gingerbread milkshake, very delicious. Even though the gingerbread cookie wasn't as good, the actual milkshake, very delicious. And the Spaceship Earth cookie, very moist cookie, very good, but you don't notice it because it's covered in like a thick layer of sugar crystals.
Rocks.
Or rocks.
Boulders. Boulders of
small
sugar.
boulders. So I would still recommend the Spaceship Earth cookie because the caramel filling is very delicious. So that's another one. We're gonna pack up the gingerbread and the Spaceship Earth cookie for a late night snack in the room one day.
So you think this is up the way?
Alright guys, we are in the Frozen line. So I just want to mention the bathrooms in the Norway Pavilion, they're underrated. They might be better than the Tangle toilets. Just saying.
wants to give us all some fun. She's making everyone a snowy summer day. Oh, you're going to Elsa's ice house. Let's go. I'll go. And it'll be so beautiful. See you there. Unselfish act of true love and full of
Are you ready to see Elsa?
They were born ready.
the hot and the cold are both so intense. Put them together, it just makes sense. Winter's a good time to stay and cuddle, but put me in summer and I'll be a
Happy snowman?
exactly.
That is it for Epcot today. I think we go here at least 2 more times. 2 more, Phil says. Just threw up the deuces. But we're back on the Skyliner. And I'm gonna try to get one without a wrap this time. Didn't even have to ask. Away we go! Phil's excited to get back to the room. It's nap time.